Okay, we started off last week talking about different homeschool styles, and last week we talked about the virtual schooling and all that they consider homeschooling. And number 2 on our list is traditional homeschooling, which is also curriculum homeschooling. And I thought I would just share a few curriculum here. We have boxed curriculum. A lot of people go towards the boxed curriculum when they first start homeschooling. Guys, I would be careful doing that because number 1, it costs a lot of money. And number 2, you need to learn what style of learning your child is, because they may not be a sit still curriculum kind of child. I'm not dissing on curriculum, because curriculum is a good thing to have to help out. But also when you're using curriculum, you're pretty much doing the same thing with homeschooling. This time you're homeschooling and doing school at home with the curriculum. And some people feel comfortable doing this. This is not geared towards the child. This is more geared towards the parent, because the parent likes to have that structure. And sometimes children are gonna, they're gonna put a wrench in your structure, guys. So some of the boxed curriculum that are out there that some of you might know these and some of you might not know these is Abeka is one of them. Sorry, I have this on here and it's not scrolling down here. Okay, well, we got Abeka, Sunlight, Bob Jones, and come on, Bob Jones, no. University, Sunlight. Okay, Bob Jones University, Sunlight. Sunlight is like, it's kind of a paper kind of curriculum, and it's more geared towards Mennonites. It's written by Mennonites mainly. And then you got Christian Liberty Press. You can get secular books if you choose to. I prefer not to do secular. AOP, which is Alpha Omega curriculum. Landmark Freedom Baptist curriculum. Homeschool Torah. There is this new curriculum. When I was homeschooling, this was not around, but now we have this, and it's called Homeschool Torah. And you can go to homeschooltorah.com and check out the information there. You also have Rod and Staff, which they go through grades 1 through 10th grade, Calvert School. Those are boxed curriculums. And then you have the different curriculums that, and there's many other boxed curriculums, by the way, you can Google up. You can also find extra curriculum like math, sciences, and stuff. And so we have Saxon and Math UC, Alpha Omega, Progeny Press. And these are just a few of the ones that you can find. Like Progeny Press is mainly like book study for high school, junior high levels. And then places that you can purchase the curriculum is a catalog called Timberdoodle, Rainbow Resources, Christian Book Distributors. These are the top 3 that I really liked and that people seem to really like still today, especially when you're looking for, like, let's say Saxon curriculum math, and you find on the Saxon page that it's, let's say the book is $80. You can go to Rainbow Resource and they may have it a little bit cheaper. So do your due diligence and research this, and find it. There's also used homeschool sites as well for curriculum, and it's eBay is one of them. Homeschool Classifieds and Second Harvest Curriculum are just 3 of the many curriculum used sites that are out there. There is so much out there today curriculum wise. I was amazed. I just put the top ones for now. If you want to look and go deeper into it, Google it up and you will find so much curriculum out there. But again, be careful with the curriculum because it can be very pricey. A boxed curriculum back in the day, in the mid 90s, late 90s, was like, for a whole year, box curriculum was close to $1,000 for 1 year for, I think it was high school level. And I was like, oh no, I can't afford that. So especially when you have more than one child, and there's many of you that have more than 2, 3, 4, some that have 9 kids. And if you think about it, $1,000 a year per kid, that's a lot of money when you can do it a little bit cheaper and finding out how your child learns. So that's what I have for today, is curriculum for the style of homeschooling. And we'll get into it more later, the deeper into it.
I want to say for the curriculum, check out like Amarillo, the Panhandle we have the homeschool Pachia, which is the homeschooling network here, but they have a homeschool fair every year, and you can get used curriculum pretty
Yeah.
cheap. And
Homeschool
I actually
conferences.
did use box curriculum, but I used in part.
Yeah.
I used a Becca at the time, but I had some Saxon math in there. I had some other things as well as some stuff I made up too. But I'm one that I like some structure, but I also like to know where I need to go, what I need to do. But I also kept all of my curriculum. I kept it all. So
Yeah.
I still have all my curriculum from when whatever I mixed it up with Jonathan. So
Yeah, a curriculum is not a bad thing. It's just you don't want to overwhelm yourself and the child, because it can become overwhelming and you're
yeah,
trying to plan it all. And also, if you do curriculum, one thing I'm going to say, because the public schools don't cover the whole text, don't worry about not covering the whole textbook. Do the best you can. You know? So curriculum is not a bad thing. I worry about into a box situation, a box curriculum.
mix it
Like
up.
I said, Becca's a good curriculum. Sunlight is a good curriculum. I've used all the ones that I've mentioned except for the Torah, new homeschool Torah
Yeah,
one. I have picked and choose those things because I have one child that all he was is you handed him the books, gave him his schedule, and bada bing, that kid went off and did it. Where I had another child that he was not curriculum based. I mean, he opened a textbook and he would just faint. It just wasn't what it was like, I'm dying here. So every child is different. So you got to know your child's style of learning as well, which we talked about a couple weeks ago. So, but I wanted to throw in the different styles of homeschooling that you have so you can see all the options, and curriculum is one of the options. And like I said, before you go running and buying that whole box curriculum, learn and see what type of learning style your child is, and stay tuned for more homeschool styles that we will have.
Well, thank you, Joe. I love it. Hey, homeschool your child if you can. If you can do it, your grandchildren, hey, do it. Do it, your kids, your grandkids.